Hi everyone, thank you for stopping in today. In today's video, I want to discuss something that is near and dear to my heart and probably to millions of women around the world, and that is hair loss and alopecia. I myself suffer from alopecia. I have been for quite some time. If this is the kind of content that you're interested in, stay tuned. I'm going to be getting ready. I have a pool party to go to, so I kind of have some notes to the side so that I remember everything. I want to talk to you guys also about the product that I have been using over the past, I think it's been almost 2 years. So I'll be back. We'll talk about that. Okay, let's get to it. I need some lip gloss on. My mouth is dry. This is NYX. I call it NYX. I don't know what it's called. But this is their butter gloss, and this one is in butterscotch. That feels good. I probably, let's see, I'm 59 right now. I probably began my struggle with hair loss probably in my late 30s. I suffered from anemia. I had, I had fibroids, and a lot of people suffer from fibroids. And at that time, there was not all of the new developments that they have now to treat fibroids. The only solution at that time, aside from the I think it's called embolism. I can't think of the name of it. I'll put it down in the description. But hysterectomy, depending on the size of the fibroid and the issues that you were dealing with, which for me was heavy bleeding. So I was weak and fatigued all the time. So I had a hysterectomy. And that was pretty young. I mean, I was done having children in my late, sorry guys, in my late 30s. That's fairly young to be menopausal, surgically menopausal. So you can understand with the lack of estrogen, although I did still have my ovaries, you can understand that that's a hormonal imbalance. So going forward 20 plus years, I noticed that my hair, I've always had long hair. My hair started to thin in the crown area. I'm sorry, I just realized I'm doing my hair. I'm getting ready for a pool party, so excuse the look. I was trying to do some makeup and everything. So my hair started to thin in my 30s into my early 40s. So I noticed in the crown it was a little bit thin. I said, oh my God. I knew I was gonna, start thinning. It was gonna be balding probably as I got older, and sure enough, it thinned significantly till I could see scalp, which is not exactly great on a woman's ego. Thank God. It could be a whole lot of situations that are worse. There are a lot of people who are dealing with chemotherapy, and they have hair loss due to chemotherapy. So I'm blessed in that I didn't have that struggle, and that's not the reason why I suffer from hair loss. Another reason I thought about too, my mom told me when I was young, probably like 8 or 9, I love dogs. And my grandfather always he was a hunter, so he had hunting dogs, and I always would play with those mangy little dogs, but that's just what I did. And my mom said I always had some issue with my scalp. Even then, my scalp has always been sensitive. So fast forward later in life, you've gone through the straightening comb era. I've done all of that. Oh my God, they used to fry and lay my hair down. It was long. We have horror stories. I'm sure as African American women, we can tell the tales of the things that we've done to our hair. Straightening combs, perms. I did perms for years until probably in my 40s, around 2009 or so, when the natural hair movement really kicked off. And I decided, you know what, my hair is thin as hell. I just need to just go ahead and cut it off and start over, cut the perm out. So I've been natural since my 40s, and yeah, so well over 10 plus years. So, which is a good thing because I hated those perms, and perms over the years have thinned, and it did thin, and have thinned lots of women's hair. So you have all those factors that you have to deal with. I was dealing with hormonal imbalance, years of perm, a sensitive scalp anyway. So that's a recipe for these follicles are just about done as you get into your 50s. So lucky for me, wigs and weaves back then were just, you know, getting popular. And I've been wearing wigs and weaves for years. I love it. I love it. I love it. But the important thing is you must take care of your scalp underneath wigs and weaves. I don't glue anything down. I may use a little hairspray. I don't do any of that. But that's another story. What I'm looking at my notes. What I want to talk about is the millions of women out there like me who, I wouldn't say suffer, but we sit back quietly and we don't really talk about the hair loss issues that we face. I know it's nice to wear your wigs and weaves, and some people glue them down and they tear that hairline up and it's a hot mess. I don't do that. I don't glue anything down to my scalp. I have pictures I'm going to insert. Be kind. I mean, my skin is pretty thick, but I'm going to insert some pictures when I shaved my head and I started this product that I'm going to talk about, Nutrafol. I started it almost 2 years ago, and I'm going to show the progression of pictures all the way up until this year. I think the last picture I took was in March, and that made a year on Nutrafol, and that made a significant difference in my hair. My hair was thin, my crown is thin, even now it's thin, but I have some new growth, and I'm so pleased by that. One thing, the reason why I chose Nutrafol, because if you're like a lot of women out there who suffer from hair loss, we've tried everything. I didn't go the dermatology route. They knew I had hair loss, but I did not do the steroid injections. I don't want anyone stabbing me in my scalp. And a lot of times those procedures don't work, and people wind up with irritated scalps. That's not everyone. I don't want anybody jumping into the comments saying that didn't happen to me, it did wonderful things to me. I knew that was not for me. I'm not going to do that. So I chose Nutrafol because it was all natural. I read the ingredients. I'm always researching anything. Before I put anything in my mouth, I'm going to research and know all the side effects and everything about it. And I like the fact that it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, and it's free of binders. I don't need anything binding me up. Also, it has no artificial flavorings. I'm trying to see, some of the pros are, and dermatologists back this. I was happy to see that Dr. Alexis Stevens, who is a board certified dermatologist, and she is on YouTube, and she provides a wealth of information, and she backs Nutrafol. I've seen on her videos where there is Nutrafol in her office, and she recommends it. If she's changed her mind since then, I don't know anything about it, but the dermatologists usually do it is recommended. When I first decided to try Nutrafol, I went directly to the website. They have like a 3-minute quiz that you take, and they determine a regimen, and it's male and female, so it's not just women. So they determine your situation, your specific circumstances, where you are, age group, all of that. So they look at all of that and they determine what your regimen is. Since I'm in my 50s now, I should change. I have the hair growth, that's the name of it. It's the nutraceutical. I also use the DHT. product. This is just for me. This is just my regimen. This is a DHT blocker. They've changed the name now. It's called hormone support. But DHT, let me look at my notes real quick. It actually blocks, it helps to block some of the DHT, and it's a hormone that affects the cuticles in a person's scalp. So what it does is, and it's a long name, dihydrotestosterone. It's an androgen that shrinks hair follicles, and it eventually causes can completely close your hair so that your scalp just doesn't even grow hair anymore. And I do have some smooth spots. You can't see it right now. I just did my hair. I have some smooth spots that probably won't grow. I'm not going to put that out in the universe. God, I rebuke that, because through all things, everything is possible through God. But I do see areas, and I've been on it for about 18 months. I think it's probably about 18 months now. I do see areas that are fuller, especially on the sides. I do see that there are areas where there was some smoothness. I do see new growth. So I do take care of my hair underneath. I don't wash it every week. I don't manipulate it. I don't sleep in my wigs. But sometimes, I know that's a bad thing. It does not help your hair underneath. But anyway, that's another story. I let my hair breathe, and I take care of my scalp. Like I said before, I don't glue anything to my scalp, so I'm not doing that. I'm not ripping out the edges. I still have great edges, thank you, Jesus. So let's see. What does Nutrafol? If you're interested in that, it's out there on the web. So just go to your website. Do your Googles, look up Nutrafol, and do your research and look at the ingredients. It has curcumin, it has Indian ginseng, saw palmetto, which is really good for hair growth, ashwagandha, it has kelp, and collagen. That's just to name a few. So do your research on that. Like I said, the reason why I started taking it, because I was like, what the hell do I have to lose? It's thin, I can shave it and keep it low, but I want to see some results, and I want to be able to share it with other women out there who think that all is lost. For some situations it may be, and in some cases with I may have some spots in my head that may or may not grow back. And guess what? I won't die behind that. I am beautiful with or without hair. It looks better with hair because my head is big and I need hair. But as long as God takes care of me and I can continue to wear my little wigs and weave, these are protective styles for me. These are protective styles for me, and I love it. And I have not had a husband or a man who cared one way or the other. As long as I felt good and I looked good, it's all about confidence. That's what it's about. Now, I have a couple of questions that some friends have asked me, and they were really concerned. I have some friends who's also suffering from hair loss, and I'm so sorry. There's a car outside, and it is loud as hell. I apologize. Some questions that some of my friends have asked were, how long should you stay on Nutrafol? I don't think that there's any specific time frame. You have a phase where your hair goes through a growth status. I would say, for me, I knew I wanted to give myself at least a year. But I think the website does not say any specific term, but it says at least give yourself 6 months to see any definitive change. You need at least 6 months. And there is a cost per whatever regimen that has been decided for you. Is that something in my nope, it's not. Sorry, guys. Thought that was something in my camera. But each regimen is tailored according to what your results to your quiz were. And there are physicians out there that with Nutrafol, scientists and physicians who back this product. So it's not just all nilly-willy and you got Joe Blow behind the scenes that's prescribing medications for Nutrafol, for their product. So I trust it. I've been on it for well over a year. I do see some results. I do see some textures. Please look at the pictures that I'm going to put somewhere in this video. So please look at them and decide for yourself, because that's what it's all about. Also, this is a question that a friend of mine asked me: does it result in additional hair growth, facial hair? To me, it does, but that's hereditary for me. My mom, thank you, Mom, thank you. I do notice, to me, that there is an increase in hair growth, but ladies, don't we take care of that anyway? We are shaving and plucking and pulling. That's just one more. I'm not sporting a full beard. No, that's not what's happening. But I do notice that there is an increase in hair growth, but not so that it is like in full werewolf mode. No, nothing like that. So I think so. Someone else may be totally different. Let's see. I answered the question about how long you think you should stay on Nutrafol. If you see some results with it, give yourself 6 months. If you see results in 6 months, you see a change in fullness and some areas that have been, broken, and areas where there was no hair, why would you stop? Keep going and see. Let's see what it is. Are there any contraindications or interactions with any current medications? Talk to your doctor before you take any medications. This is not medical advice. Yes, I am a nurse, but I am not giving you medical advice to take Nutrafol. I'm telling you what I did and how I trust it and how it has worked for me. I think what I saw on the site, if you are taking blood thinners like warfarin, Coumadin, heparin, all of those, you should be talking to your doctor about that. Those are really specific blood thinners, and you could cause an interaction. So as far as I know, that there are no other interactions that are caused by that. But like I said, do your Googles, do your research, and please talk to your doctor. Let's see, what else do I have? I think that might be the only question left. Yes, it is. So in summary, if you are suffering from alopecia, if you are one of probably 20 million women out there who have hair loss like I do, and you're feeling alone, you're not alone. You can take control. You can try this product. There are so many other products that promote hair growth. I've tried the minoxidil, I think the Rogaine. I've tried that for a while. You can't stop that. You have to start it, and you must stay on it, because the hair will start to shed, and it does not. You have to continue with that. There are several others that I can't even remember, but I will list them in the description. So if this is content that you like, I'm not sure if you have any other questions, please put your comments below. If you have some more questions about my journey with Nutrafol, I actually said I was going to post my pictures on their website, because it's a success story. It is. My hair is not going to be as thick as it was when I was 17 or 18. That's like almost 35 years ago. Your hair is not going to be the same as it was, but I would love to have more coverage. So that means I need to take care of my nutrition. I'm going to stay on Nutrafol probably about another year. Oh, I forgot to mention the cost. My regimen with these two products, this is for menopausal women. Women of a certain age, probably like 45. They have an age group. But my regimen with these two, you don't have to take two. I have the DHT blocker because I have a hormonal imbalance. So that's why I have two. Together, my regimen every month is $107. I think it's $107. It's worth it. It's worth every penny. I am not frivolous with my money. I like my money. I work hard for my money. So, but for my peace of mind and for my comfort and for my hair, I'm worth it. Aren't you worth it? Do your research. See if this thing will, see if Nutrafol will work for you as well. Okay, I think that's it. I got to get ready. I got to look at the pins are falling out my hair. I need to straighten my hair and get ready for this pool party. Thank you for those who have stuck with me throughout this video. I know everybody's attention span is pretty short. Nobody has time to sit through a long video. But if it's about your hair and hair care and things that you need to do, look at that. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. I love this wig. In any case, thank you guys. If you got any questions, please leave it in a comment. If you like this type of video, please come back. And I will talk to you guys soon in another video. Bye-bye. Oh, guys, I wanted to come back on real quick. I want you to see the size. They are some nice size tablets, and you do have to take 4 of these. Let's see if I can hold them up. They are a nice size. Yeah, they're kind of big. Look at that. Yeah, they're big. So you have to take 4 of these a day. It's not that bad. And I think I've taken all of these. I got to renew my prescription. And it usually renews monthly. On the 27th of every month, I have a new bottle that is waiting until you stop it. But yes, it's 4 capsules a day. So I just want to come back on and let you guys see what they look like. And that's it. I'll talk to you soon in the next video. Bye.